All right, guys. Well, welcome to our Best of the Midwest facility tour.
Yeah.
Today we're here at Volleyball Beach. We have Matt Blevins here, and he's been kind enough to let me come check out the place. Awesome facility you have here. How long have you guys been here?
We're here for about 30 years now. It
30
started out
years.
this is a sit-down restaurant, and we're slowly went from one court to two to four to eight to 14 now. So
Wow, 14 courts. That's
yep.
awesome. That's awesome. And you said earlier you guys were running from 5:15.
Our early hour starts at 5:15. We do a happy hour league, and we run all the way through 9:15 is the last start of our league. So
Wow.
we don't get out of here until 10:15, 10:30. Leave
Yeah.
the court lights on for everybody to play pickup until 11:30 at least. So
Sure. Yeah, that's super fun. So, what's your busiest time slot in there?
Um, definitely our Thursdays and Fridays are our most popular nights,
Mhm.
a little more party atmosphere. But our most demand hours are definitely 6:15, 7:15, and 8:15.
6:15,
Yeah,
7:15.
those hours are disappeared instantly. So
Yeah, that's a good problem to have. So you guys are running Sunday through Friday leagues.
yep, 6 days a week, 5 hours a night.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And you said earlier you have about how many teams?
Right around 800.
800 teams.
In a session.
That
Yeah, we do
is
10-week sessions.
crazy.
So
That is crazy. Cool. So then Saturdays are mostly like your tournament style.
yep, we try and do as many charitable tournaments and give back. The community is really good, and they love to find a good cause to give back for. We always do like Doctors Without Borders, Engineers Without Borders, Ronald McDonald House, lots of just charity organizations.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. So do you guys have like the first Friday of every month or first Saturday is a certain type of tournament, or how are those typically structured?
So we always reach out to previous years, like tournaments, to see if they want to host again. We always try and find the ones who are more popular and kind of weed out some of the ones that haven't performed as well, give
Mhm.
people an opportunity. But we like to pick different themes as well. Like we last Saturday was our carnival at the beach. We had like a dunk tank and different carnival games out here to
Fun.
play with.
Yeah.
We'll do like costume themed ones and
Sure.
things like that. So
Sure. And of course, one thing I'm super excited about hearing about is the wintertime out here. You're in
yeah,
Kansas City.
we
Weather's not great in January.
no, it's not. It's not. We put up an 8-court inflatable dome.
Wow.
It's quite the process. We shut down for 2 weeks to put it up and 2 weeks to take it down.
Okay.
So we operate 11 months a year, but it keeps the community involved and engaged. And when it's 30 degrees outside and you can come put your feet in the sand in a 70-degree heated dome, it's great. So,
Yeah, that sounds
Yep.
like perfect.
Yep.
Especially in the Midwest, as everybody in the Midwest knows.
mhm.
January, February, it's no fun. There's not really much to do. So I bet those are super busy.
Those are always fun. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's my actual best. I prefer to play in the dome. There's no like wind, consistent
Yeah.
lighting. It's fun. So
Yeah, lighting that sits on the top of the dome, I
yeah,
assume.
so it's suspended from the top of the ceiling.
Okay.
Just light little LED strips basically. But
Yeah, no wind, no rain.
you get a little bit of rocking when it's heavy winds outside, but
Sure.
you don't really notice it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's something I was looking at potentially. I was just super curious on what it would cost to
Yeah.
dome our whole spot. I didn't see anything that was big enough to quite fit it all, but the top tier dome was.
It's hard to get it all because they want to try and get more of like a lateral approach to it, but
Sure.
you can definitely fit quite a few in still.
Yeah. So does that end pretty much right along these courts then, or does it encompass any of this?
Yeah, so it'll actually tie. So we put a giant revolving door just right over here off camera.
Okay.
It encompasses all 8 of our center courts and hooking on to our air handling unit down there. So it's
Sure.
a pretty good sized dome when it's up.
Okay, yeah. So did you have did you grow up in the volleyball world, or how did you get into all this?
No, I grew up in like the bar and restaurant industry.
Okay.
We used to come out here just to kind of like on our nights off to have fun. So I've been coming out here for probably over 10 years now.
Wow.
When I started, I was terrible. It was more, like I said, it was a beer league we were playing.
Yeah.
But you slowly develop and you meet new people and they teach you new skills, and that's the community is amazing. So
Yeah. Do you get any time for yourself to play at all, or are you so
a little
busy?
bit. I played last Saturday.
Okay.
We didn't do too well, but it's all right.
Yeah.
We had a good time. So
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're up in the higher end.
yeah,
But yeah, that's awesome. So, how long have you been a part of this facility?
I've worked here for about 5 years now.
Okay.
I took over when the old owner was selling to our new parent company, Genesis Health Clubs.
Yeah.
So, and they're trying to make a some moves in the market and try and expand the volleyball across the country, really. So.
Sure. Yeah. So Genesis, from the little bit of research and conversations we've had, they also have a few more facilities in this area.
Yeah, so they have another 6-court facility in our Northland. It's about 30 minutes from here. And they have 2 more just outside of Wichita in the suburbs of Goddard and Derby. So
Okay,
yeah,
very
nice.
nice.
8-court and a 14-court.
8-court and a 14-court. And what about the north side here?
That's a 6-court facility.
6-court.
Right now.
Yeah.
There's plans to maybe expand it. They're not sure what they're going to do just yet, but
sure. Yeah. So what do you? I guess you've been in 5 years. What's changing in like the volleyball community? What are you seeing trends and?
I will say you still have a lot of social teams that are out here just to have fun, enjoy it, take a night off from work, kids, whatever it may be.
Sure.
But the competitive scene has really started to grow here in Kansas City that I've noticed. We're working with the Midwest Volleyball Association, so he's actually one of my employees. He runs some of our tournaments. He runs that. He organizes lots of sand doubles, and we've been doing it for just about a year now with him, and he's increasing his tournament, more teams every time we host a tournament. So it's about every other month we host a doubles.
Absolutely. So how many guys do you have involved in an operation like this, or how many people?
We have about 25 to 30 employees that work here. For 14 courts and that many teams, it seems like not enough, but we make it work. So
yeah, we run pretty slim at the sand
exactly.
lot.
You kind of need to.
Yeah, we're still in the early years. And I know we're all way overworked, and I think we're sitting at, there's 3 of us in the ownership group, and then we've ranged from 4 to 5 bartenders.
Yep.
So everybody just works a bunch, and it's fun, but man,
I can relate to that. Yeah.
Those in Iowa we can stay open till 2 a.m. So depending on how much pickup volleyball I play at the end of the night, depends on how early I go home, but it's pretty common 2:30, 3 o'clock, get out of there and then I'm driving home with the people going to work. So it's,
yep, I've been there before.
Yeah, it gets it's tough, but no, it's super fun. I'm newer to the volleyball community. I've never really played. I just kind of had the opportunity when the Sandlot popped up.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle used to run the bar, and they just did Tuesday, Thursday, and it was pretty much just set up as the bar was set up as a service to the volleyball leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was really pushing to grow it. So I walked in there. I was like, man, this place is awesome. There's no reason it shouldn't be, getting pushed. So, after that, it's just been a lot of fun, a lot of mistakes. I'm sure
it's the best way to learn.
Yeah, we've done a lot of events that nobody shows up to, and then we have some that work really well, and we're like, don't do this one.
How do we make that happen again?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So, but no, you guys do a lot of charity events, tournaments. That's nice. So they reach out to you.
Yeah.
And they host their own tournament.
Yeah, we let them basically whatever cause it's going to be for. We'll start advertising that on our social medias. We'll hang up flyers, posters. We'll help them try and fill as many spots as possible.
Very cool.
We cap out at a maximum of 42 teams during the 14-court session.
Yeah.
A lot of them are turning in, probably around mid-30s sometimes. Is about the average. But the goal is always, the more teams, the more money they're going to make for that charity. So we always try and fill it best we can.
Yeah, that's awesome. We haven't, I don't know, we always run the tournament for them, which it would be super nice if we could step back and let.
Well, and we have an event coordinator. She'll help them walk them through the process.
Okay.
We let them use our online scheduling system, so all our teams will just sign up online.
Sure.
We'll place them in brackets for them. So we'll still run the event. It's just we let them tell their story and what they're there for and what they're raising money for to
absolutely
bring teams in.
Yeah. That's very cool. So, and those are mostly 6s, 4s. It's
mostly
kind of up
6s.
To them.
Yeah, it's mostly 6s. Every now and then we'll we have a quads tournament coming up this Saturday.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll be 6s and quads.
Okay.
We pretty much just do doubles separate. We'll do a whole separate event for doubles.
Sure.
But it's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys do doubles in leagues, or what do your leagues look like?
So we run mostly 6s out here. We have 4 hours of quads that we'll run, 2 hours on Sundays and 2 hours on Mondays.
Okay.
And then we have an unofficial doubles league. They come in early Sunday.
Okay.
They'll play for 2 to 4 hours sometimes. and those are just guys and girls leagues. So
Sure. And now your Sundays, do those go like 5:15 to 9:15 as well, or
we start those on the hours, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay,
But yeah,
cool. Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys moved those up at all.
just a little
Sunday
bit,
or,
just so because get out a little earlier so on a Sunday. But.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys get like football games on and stuff like that, or
Yeah, so obviously the Chiefs are huge here in Kansas City.
Yeah. Chiefs.
Exactly. So we always have the TV audio on inside. We're blasting as loud as we can, and then outside we'll play the radio broadcast, so everybody can at least listen to the game. Lots of people still bring like their own radios or their own iPads to watch, but everyone has a good time with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. So do you guys, outside of volleyball and your tournaments on Saturdays, you guys do any like corporate events out here, or?
We do. So we do a couple of corporate events every year. We'll do like private birthday parties,
Sure.
any kind of like staff outings, anything like that.
Yeah.
We'll run those usually earlier in the day. Let them come and just enjoy the facility, have fun. We're not very strict with rules there. There's a lot of different levels of play sometimes. So it's whatever they want to do, basically.
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure you guys have quite a few. I'm not super versed in the Kansas City market, but I'm sure you have quite a few major employers out here.
We do. We have starting in fall too. We are our 4th or 5th year. We're running with Honeywell, which is a big engineering firm out here.
Sure.
They I think are having 52 teams over the course of 2 days come out, and they're coming in at 4 o'clock before we open, getting in an hour of play. They run like 11 weeks. They do their own little made bracket and tournament style. So
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, your Saturday tournaments, are those typically earlier in the day or evening hours?
So in the summertime, when the heat's really a problem, we try and run as many evening tournaments as possible.
Yeah.
As you know, like when the sun's out, you can't keep that sand cold, unfortunately, no matter what you do.
It gets hot.
So we try and run evening tournaments during the summer, and then during the cooler months, we try and run evenings so we can at least, or mornings, so we can get that daylight, get
the
that
little bit
sunshine.
of sun that comes,
exactly.
right? Yes, of course. An impressive facility. I like. You guys have nice space in between a lot of the nets too.
It works out pretty well.
Yeah.
You guys ever tried to put up ball barriers before?
I have not done that yet, but
we attempted it for a little bit of time. Most time they just bounce over, unfortunately. But
yeah,
it's a good idea.
It's worth a shot.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Tactically here and there they work, but
well, I mean, I think at like I was telling you earlier, I went to Wapaka, and I mean, it was multiple times a game, ball.
Yep.
So I mean, I think it's just something that comes with the volleyball community.
it is, no matter what. It's just part of it.
Yeah. So it kind of one of those unavoidable things, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you're here to play volleyball, and sometimes you get balls on your court.
Yep. I mean, I just really love the volleyball community in general. I've talked with multiple facilities across St. Louis, Iowa, Minnesota. Everyone's always so nice and friendly. Like we share and advice and help. And I know I talked to a new dome facility going up in St. Louis. They were needing some help with how to put their dome up, and we helped out what we could. So, but they were super helpful. They were nice, and in general, I just feel like the volleyball community is just full of just nice, friendly people.
Yeah.
Everyone's just trying to have a good time. So
yeah, no, I found that out as well. Just the amount of nice people that come into the facility it's just like refreshing, because you get hit with like social media and everything else in the news is so negative, and it's just nice to get out and talk to other people, and then you realize that it's not everything's so bad like the news and media makes it sound. So it's definitely nice I feel like sand volleyball is kind of an escape from
it is for a lot of people,
day.
especially here. It's like I said, everyone wants to get away from that 9 to 5 for an evening, or get away from the wife, the kids, whatever it is. We have lots of parents out here. They get their one night off. They come spend it here. They have a blast. So
now, do you guys have kids that come in as well? Or?
We do. So technically, we're a 21 and over facility, but we'll let you play in the leagues if you're 18 with your parent or guardian. And then the train's going to come by. Sorry.
That's okay.
The kids will come out with their parents. We just ask the parents to make sure they're watching and overseeing them. So.
Yeah, it turns into almost like a family event. We have like grandmas that come out and watch, their kids play and watch the grandkids. And I mean, as far as the kid goes, it's a giant sandbox.
Exactly. I've never met the kids for being kids and having fun.
Yeah.
But just every now and then I'm like, hey, so maybe bring them back away from the court a little bit, or don't dig that hole there.
Yeah, don't do pull-ups on the net.
Yep, that too.
Yep. No, that's fun. So, what kind of what's your general customer look like in here, or what's your general player look like? Do you have an age range?
So that's what's really cool about this facility is that since it's been here so long, we have a very wide age range. So we have a handful of 18-year-olds that I keep pretty tight reins on to make sure they're complying with regulations here.
Of course.
But we have teams all the way up into their 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Still playing.
Wow.
I wish, they had a few more wins under their belts, but they're always out here. They've been coming out here for decades, and they always have fun. They don't care if they win or lose. They're just here to enjoy their friends and their time out here in the sun. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We have a fair age range as well. We've started to get our leagues run 18 plus. Mm-hmm. Obviously, no bar service, but
yep.
Some of those 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds that just got out of high school volleyball or club volleyball,
correct, yeah.
Man, they're nasty.
That's who I lost to one of my servers, and all of her friends who were 18, 19 in the tournament on Saturday, and I was like, yeah that's fair. They're young, they're so fast.
Yep. Yeah. What do you feel like sets your facility apart from other facilities around the area?
I think a lot of it's just the longevity of it. Like I said, we've been here so long, and the community is so entrenched.
Sure.
It's hard to get a spot out here, as anyone in the community out here will tell you, just because everyone wants to re-sign, everyone wants to play again. It's competitive to try and get that slot. It's just a really good time. Like I said, we've been part of. We're pretty far south of Kansas City, the Maiden proper. We're on the very south end of it,
sure.
So we're kind of a hidden gem out here too.
Yeah.
But anyone who comes out here always has a good time. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was. I have a buddy that lives up, and I couldn't even tell you where it's at, to be honest with you. But I think it's North Kansas City, and I was stopped over there to grab the drone, and I was 30 minutes, all right. But that's similar to us as well, because we're on the north side of town, and Cedar Rapids is much smaller, so it's 15 minutes is the farthest point, but we're also tucked away, so it's
sure.
Do you find I guess you've been established long enough where people know where you're at, but
well, there's always new customers to be had, and a new player to introduce to volleyball. That's what I love about volleyball is you don't have to be good at it.
Right.
Just come out. If you come out to the facility and you play for an hour with your friends, you're gonna want to come back.
Right.
You don't have to. You can be the worst player out here.
Right.
It's just fun to play around with your team. You'll make one good chicken wing or whatever it is, kick the ball over, and it'll be perfect. Everyone celebrates.
Yeah.
The other team will celebrate for you.
Yeah.
It's a good place to happen.
Yeah, you're hooked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that as well, and then I just was amazed at how welcoming this Sam volleyball community is. Everybody that I've talked to, whether it's from another facility or the players.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's of course, sometimes you can get it, but in general, I don't feel like there's a judgy, hey, you suck kind of thing that you get in some other sports. I feel like everybody's hey, next time maybe try this instead of, one handing or.
Well, and same thing too. It's rules enforcement. We play pretty standard co-ed rules, but every now and then, someone will see something, a lift or a double or whatever it might be, and you just put out the point, let it finish, and you go, hey, just so you guys know, you can't do that. And everyone, it's always pretty amenable, and everyone just moves on, keeps playing. But that's how you learn. It's how you get better.
Absolutely. Yeah. I had no idea about any of the rules at all when I first started.
Yeah, I was right there with you. That's why I lean on Chris a lot for it, because he was, like I said, he still is very good. So
yeah. And Chris is your
he's my league coordinator. He's been playing doubles for a long time now. Anyone who knows Chris knows his touch and control is very, very good.
Yeah, awesome.
It's infuriating also, but
of course, right? If you're playing against him,
I've seen him look away and just perfectly pass. I'm what was that?
Yeah. We had a group from Brazil come join in one of our fours tournaments, and it was a real cold, late April day, a little rainy. So we didn't have a crazy turnout, but they came and they were just messing around. They all played at Mount Mercy. And, they were like fake spiking and going behind the back and hitting it over. And I'm like, what? Like, how are you doing all this? But yeah, no, I really appreciate you letting me come out here and tour the facility and sit down.
Absolutely, yeah.
Take some of your time. And for that, I'd like to offer If you guys have any teams that would be interested in traveling up to Iowa, we have a tournament.
I'm sure we can put some teams together. I know we actually have a large Nebraska community out
Okay,
here, so I'm
cool.
sure there'll be plenty that want to go home and play up there. So
Yeah, no, we have it's called the Best of the Midwest tournament. It's September 5th, 6th, and 7th. The Friday we're running co-ed sixes, and then we're going to do an upper and a lower division. Saturday we're running men's and women's doubles, upper and lower, and then Sunday we're running co-ed doubles and co-ed fours. So
perfect. All right.
yeah, I got 2 free team entries for anybody that you'd like to
I'm sure I can
have
get
out
some. Like I
there.
said, I can definitely put some players together for that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I haven't got all the prizes lined out yet, but I'd really like to make them sizable so they can come out and have some fun and win some money, hopefully.
perfect.
So yeah, sweet. Well, unless you have anything else, I think
No, I think it's pretty
we've
good.
covered our bases. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you again for
Thanks, Cody.
having me out here.
Absolutely.
And it's a pleasure. Beautiful facility, Volleyball Beach, or Volleyball Beach, in Kansas City. I'll link the location and come check this place out. Matt is a very welcoming gentleman, and I think you guys will love this place.